Hello and welcome to Final Fantasy X Maxing Stats Part 4. On the last video, we went and got our AP weapons. We made some final in-game armor. And I showed you how to do the AP trick, to where you can get unlimited AP in a matter of minutes. So that it'd be real easy for you to fly around that sphere grid and level up without having to do a bunch of grinding. I've spent a few hours and I've taken in and I've leveled up quite a bit with my stats. Now the problem that I mentioned in the previous video is that what will happen is you're going to run out of these spheres, the power spheres and so forth, because you've got all the AP but you just don't have very many of those. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what you do in this situation. You can run out there and start killing monsters with AP weapons and that, which will take you like forever, and we're not into forever, so we're going to show you a faster way of doing this. All you do is you go over here to Area Conquest, pick this guy here. Now what you want to do is you want to have Yuna in your party. Hopefully you've been leveling her up through the sphere grid. Your other two characters, what you're going to do with them is you're going to use your skill, extract power. Right now we're hurting us power on the power sphere, so you want to use extract power. Now you can use any one of these, whichever spheres you're out of. In my case, I'm going to need power sphere, so I'm going to have Arn use extract power. Now every time you hit this guy, he's going to counterattack you. If you've got auto protect on, the damage will be reduced dramatically. If you don't have it, he might, when he attacks, he might kill you, which is no problem if you have the auto phoenix. Rika's showing you her armor here. This has got the auto protect on it. And after we fight this guy, I'm going to show you how to get those if you don't have them. So I'll have her use extract power. And one more time with Arn. He missed, but I should still be able to get this. Now when it becomes Yuna's turn, you want to summon the sisters up. Now as you can see, they've got I can send them into overdrive and probably kill this guy with no problem, which is really kind of a waste of time. You don't really even need to do it. All I do is I just have Cindy do whatever. She'll cast a auto life or what have you. The important one is Mindy. I usually use after the first command, I'll use do as you will, and hopefully she'll yep, this is the move you want her to do. This will kill him instantly, and even overkill. Dropped him like a sack of potatoes. Alright, and here's the end result. You get 40 of those power spheres. Now you can do this with anyone that you are needing. It'll take you a couple times, you know, but it's a pretty quick way of doing it. It's a lot faster than going out and killing monsters. So with that, the problem is solved. We can now finish going around the sphere grid and getting stronger. So in just a second, I'm going to show you the next thing we're going to do. Okay, if you don't have auto protect on your armor, I'm going to show you a pretty easy way of getting it. Now, when you collect fiends throughout Sphere, and that this guy will give you 99 of the items you need. It takes 70 of them to modify your armor. Now, in order to get this on your armor, you're going to need to customize. Pick one. This one here I've already started. I got haste and phoenix on it. Now in order to get the auto protect, you're going to need 70 light curtains. These can be stolen from giants or Gemini, but you know, that takes forever, and like I said before, I'm not really into forever. I don't like doing things slow, so we're going to do something a little quicker. You go back and you fight this guy. He's in this species conquest. Now early on you might have a little trouble fighting. What you might want to do is you can either use triple foul or break armor break, and after that you just start pounding on him. It'll take you a bit. He's got quite a few hit points. Alright, now we got the overkill also, so we should get about 40 of these. Yep, 40 light curtains. You do that 2 times and you'll have enough to modify 1 piece of armor. So it's a lot faster than going out and stealing or mugging from the giants. But if you're having a hard time with this guy and you really want the auto protect, you just go and fight some giants or Geminis from Sin, and you can steal, you know, 4 to 16 per fight. Okay, hopefully by this point in the game you've run around Spira collecting monsters for this guy. If you've collected 10 of every monster throughout Spira, and that means all of them inside Sin in the Omega Dungeon, you talk to this guy and he'll start selling some pretty special items. They're called clear spheres, and they're pretty pricey, but they're well worth the money, because if you want to start maxing out your stats, these will kind of come in handy. They're at the very bottom of his list. Like I said, they are a little pricey, but you know, right now I've got 10 of them on me, and I'm going to show you what you would do with these. So I'm going to go to Sphere Grid with Una. Now when you get on the Sphere Grid, you'll see different spheres, different nodes that have these spheres in them that have +1, +2, +3, and even a few that already have the +4. What I'm going to do is I want to use these clear spheres, and I want to get rid of these +1s. Now when you clear a sphere like this, any character that's been on that sphere will lose that sphere, so it means that all your other characters have lost +1 on their strength. Now at this point you're probably like, why in the heck would I do this? You know, I've spent several hours going around the sphere collecting these things, and now you're telling me to delete them? And that's exactly what I'm telling you to do, because what we're going to do next is we're going to go and I'm going to show you what we're going to do to improve your stats. +1's not really all that great, and you're not losing a whole lot. What we're going to start using are these purple spheres. You found these as you went throughout Spira and you fought certain battles, and they'll be given to you throughout the storyline. Now what these are, they're like stat spheres, and they give you a +4 effect. So all we're going to do is when we clear up those +1s, we're going to replace them with +4s, therefore boosting up that stat. In this case, I'm going to put a strength sphere in, and now we have a +4 instead of +1, therefore raising your stats by 3. Your other characters will have to go back and get this node all over again, but you know, it's worth it. And on the other one, I could put the agility +4 in there, but I'm just going to go ahead and use something else. I'm going to show you. You have these hit point and magic point spheres. I don't usually use them until the very end. They don't give a +4, but what they do is on your hit points, like on this one, it'll give you a +300 hit points. Now on the regular ones, if I find it here, on the regular ones, as you can see, only give you 200. So you're getting an extra 100 by using these. Now I only use these if you're trying to break hit point limit, which means you're trying to get 99,000 hit points, which myself personally I don't believe in. There's nothing even in the Dark Aeon fights that'll wipe out your whole party with, you know, less than, I just stick to 9,999 hit points. That's really all you need. And if anybody's found something different that can prove me wrong, I'm welcome to see it. Okay, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to move around that sphere grid without wasting your AP. All you got to do is go over here and fight this guy named Sleep Sprout. Now this fight can be tricky sometimes because he will ambush you, and I'm going to show you shortly how to fix that problem. But he's pretty easy to beat. If you get your strength on one of your characters up around 200, 200 plus, you should be able to one-time him. He drops teleport spheres, which are going to really make this a lot easier on you. And seeing how he's real easy to kill, you can farm these quite a bit. Now I'm going to use one of these spheres, and the way it works is you can teleport anywhere on the sphere grid that you've been or where any of your other characters have been. Even if they haven't activated the node, as long as they've been in that, you know, somebody's been in that area, you can teleport there. But what I use these for is I'll look around for these nodes that have the strength by 1 or agility by 1, and I'll pretty much clear them all out with clear spheres. And then I'll replace them with something more powerful, like +4. Now you probably won't have a whole lot of these +4 spheres, you know, the purple ones that I was telling you about, until we start doing the fights in the arena. On the next video I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. But right now I'm just giving you an example of how I start off by leveling my stats. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Now that you have teleport spheres, you can also now use your AP and pretty much move real easily around the sphere grid as you want. This will make it pretty easy to complete the sphere grid without adding any of the special spheres that we got. You can still run around and complete the sphere grid and try to get around there as much as possible. And that's pretty much all there is to that. Now in the next few segments I'm going to show you I had mentioned before the problem of fighting Sleep Sprouts. And you might probably ran across this problem when you fought One Eye, is that they'll ambush you. Man, it can be real ugly when they do this. I'm going to show you how to get around that. Now in this first example, I'm going to go ahead and take Riku's ribbon ability off, and I'm just going to use some regular armor. And this will be my first example of what happens when you get ambushed by these guys. And it gets real ugly. So here we go. First thing he'll do is cast that good night, and what that'll do is it'll put you all to sleep, and any weaker characters like Titus there, it'll kill him instantly. Then you're asleep and you're poisoned, and you just every time it's your turn, you're ugly. Now on this one, Riku's got a ribbon ability on. He ambushes, and as you see, it didn't even affect her. It did do some hit point damage, but as far as the poisoning and that, it didn't really hurt her. And she's able to revive any fallen enemy comrades and then kill the guy. Now on this one, this is what happens when you got Orin in your party, and he's got his celestial weapon. His celestial weapon has first strike on it, so if you do get ambushed and he's strong enough, he's done some leveling, you should be able to hit this guy, kill him with no problem. Therefore, I mean, that just takes away the whole problem of being ambushed. So this is the rundown on the ambushing of the Sleep Sprouts. should be able to fight them now and get you a ton of those teleport spheres. Now when you get these teleport spheres, here's another thing you might want to do. Now this is a Chimera Brain. He's found on the Comlands. If you bribe him for 196,000 gil, he'll drop level 4 key spheres. Now what I'll sometimes do, and I can do this early in the game, you don't have to do this all at once because it is pricey. You can get these level 4 key spheres, use your teleport spheres, and start clearing those nodes. Now it'll also unlock some new abilities, such like the Ultima and so forth. But the main thing that I'm looking for at this point in the game is just clearing some nodes. That way later on I can start using the special ones. So that's pretty much all I do is, you know, I'll sell some weapons and stuff. And money won't be a problem pretty soon for you, because as we're fighting these other monsters, they're going to be dropping all kinds of weapons that you can just turn around and sell, and you'll be making a lot of money. Excuse me. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to get level 3 key spheres, because you might still have a lot of those blocking your way. Now you're going to go to Inside Sin and fight these guys. I don't know about you, but I hated these things. Now it's a little pricey. It's 900,000 gil on the bribe on this, but he will give you 40 plus level 3 key spheres, which are more than enough to clear all the nodes from this point on. And it's a lot faster than having to go out and farm them. So there you go. So now all you have to do is just use what I've showed you, move around that sphere grid, start getting stronger. And on the next video I'm going to be showing you guys how to get these special spheres. I'm going to show you exactly how to go about fighting them. There's going to be a few of them that are real aggravating, but you should be able to overcome it. But when it's all said and done, you'll be able to get all of these, and that's when you'll really start maxing out those stats. And then you're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from fighting those dark aeons. So stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next video, and thank you for watching.